If you want to increase your odds of seeing the northern lights, there are certain places in the world where you have an increased chance of seeing that in certain times of the year. One of the places, though, that you want to go is when you look up towards the North Pole, this area called the auroral zone, which is just outside of the Arctic Circle that you can see here. So this includes places like Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, as well as northern parts of Siberia. Of course, the closer to the Arctic Circle that you go, the more overhead that those northern lights are going to end up being. If you're looking a little closer to home, right here on the North American continent, we're talking places like Canada and Alaska. Fairbanks, Alaska is a great place to go right here in the U.S. to be able to possibly see those northern lights overhead. When you talk about the South Pole, you're looking at the aurora being more along the lines of being over Antarctica. Very difficult to see it outside of Antarctica. But when we talk about times of year, there are times of years where you can increase that potential that you could see those northern lights as you take these trips here. February to April tends to be the best time of year to actually catch the northern lights, and that's because that's a time of year where we have the longer nights. When you get into the summer, you get those longer days, much shorter nights, so that window of opportunity of dark hours is much shorter there. Plus, for a reason that is actually unexplained by scientists, the northern lights tend to peak around the time of the equinox, and specifically the spring equinox is when we see a lot of activity here with the aurora borealis or the northern lights there. And one of the reasons that spring is a good time to go is that tends to be a time where we have less clouds over these areas. The particular areas there in the rural zone tend to see those nice clear skies. So you want dark skies and those clearer skies. And so if you look between February and April, that's when all that timing lines up. So again, the bottom line here is that you're going to want to head north, try to do it in late winter and into those early spring months, and that will increase your odds of checking off that bucket list item of being able to see the northern lights. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Chrissy Kohler.